I'll create an animation using GIMP, saving my document as GIF animation. Once you open GIMP, make sure you have the toolbox and the options of the tool opened and the tab of layers. If the tab of layers is closed, go to Menu Windows, Dockable Dialogs, Layers. This is the way you will open the Layers tab. We have to understand that every layer in GIMP will be an animation frame. The first thing we have to do is to open the file. So go to File, Open as Layers, and show the path to your document. I will make the balloon fly away. So the idea is to select the shape of the balloon and then duplicate it using different layers. In every single layer, the shape will be progressively smaller and slightly rotated. We have to understand that the GIF sequence will start with the bottom layer, that will be the first frame, and will run through each layer from the bottom to the top. So the last layer to be reproduced will be the smaller balloon. To organize the frames, if it's necessary, you can use the arrows upwards and downwards in the tab of layers. So to select the shape of the balloon, you can use any of the selecting tools available. You can use the lasso, you can use maybe the scissors, but I think in this situation the best one is to select by color. What I'm going to do is to select the white background, and then I will invert the selection. So right now all the white surface is selected. What I will do is with the lasso tool, I will just try to keep the shape of the balloon. Right now it's just the white background selected. I go to Select, Invert. As you can see, now the selected area is the balloon. You have to copy the balloon and paste it in a new layer. There are two possible ways here. One of the possible ways is using the keyboard, Ctrl-C and then Ctrl-V. As you can see, this procedure creates a floating selection, which is some kind of pseudo layer. To turn this into a layer, you just have to click on the floating selection and say that you want to turn this to new layer. The other possible way to copy and paste the balloon in a new layer is going to the menu Edition, Copy, Edition, Paste as New Layer, right? Either procedure will be fine. So as you can see now, we have the balloon on a new pasted layer, and what I'm going to do is to eliminate the balloon I have in the first one. I will rub it out with the eraser, making sure that the color for the background selected is the white color. Attention. You will eliminate the balloon from the background layer when this layer is selected. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this pasted layer. I will click with the right button of my mouse in duplicate layer, and I'm going to use the transformation tools. The transformation tools are rotate tool, scale tool, share tool, and move tool. Okay, so the first one I will apply will be the scale tool, with the idea of making this balloon smaller. Just clicking and dragging and clicking on a scale, you will make the balloon smaller. I will slightly rotate my balloon, and then I will duplicate this new balloon. Click with the right side of the mouse, duplicate layer, and repeat exactly the same procedure. Scale, make it smaller, slightly rotation, and move upwards. Duplicate layer, scale, rotate and move. The last one. All right. So I'm going to preview my animation. As I said before, you will see immediately that the sequence of the animation will start with this manga Banksy girl colored and will reproduce this layers in this order. All right. So how can I preview my animation? Using menu filters, animation, and then playback, you will see the appearance of your animation. This is the way you can find any mistake. Okay, let's see if the movement of the balloon works. Okay, you can see that this is not very natural because the first balloons, they should disappear. So when we put the animation, so it means there are frames missing in between. This is how I'm going to solve the situation. You switch off this tab just to continue working. I'm going to duplicate Manga Banksy Girl, and I will just rearrange this layer on top of the first balloon. I will duplicate these layers as well, and I will put it between the two balloons. As you can see, I'm using these arrows just to set the picture in between. Okay, and this is the last one. All right, so as I said before, the bottom layer will be the first one to be reproduced and then the next ones. Let's see if the animation works right now. Let's try it again in filters, animation, playback. All right. That will be ready. The thing is, there is something quite useful to be done before we just save the animated gift, and is to go to filters, animation, optimize for GIMP. This is going to reduce quite a lot how heavy the final file will be. And what it's doing is really, it uses the information from previous layers, and if they haven't changed, they will only store those new values from the new layers, right? Okay, so filters, animation, optimize for GIF. All right, finally, what do we have to do? Go to File and Export As. You have to select the file type, and you will scroll down until you find GIF image. Okay, as you can see, you have the name of your animation here. I'm going to call it animation. Sorry. Animation, GIF image, and then I will click in export. I will crop these layers that go beyond the actual borders of the image. I don't really care. And attention to the export image as a GIF, because there are some options that they should be perfectly checked. In GIF options, we have to click on as animation, all right? In animated GIF options, if you click on loop forever, it means that it will continue endlessly just reproducing the animation, right? So I'm interested in keeping this loop forever active. The delay between frames could be, it means when we have 100 frames per millisecond, it means that we have 10 images every second, right? So I think we'll just put something smaller. Let's see how it looks like. And in frame disposal, where is unspecified, some people just check I don't care, but some people consider that cumulative layers combined, they look much better, right? So this is the option I'm going to check. And it will say export. Very important thing. Once you have the animation GIF saved, you have to reproduce this file with your 3W browser, which might be Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, whatever. Okay, so open with Safari, for example, and let's see how it works. That will be ready to send by email, to send it by WhatsApp, or just to use it as a banner. I hope you enjoyed.